Have you been wanting to love yourself, but you don't know where to start? In today's podcast episode, I'm going to give you 4 simple ways you can start self-love now. Thank you for listening to the Start Self-Love podcast. I'm Lanice James, your host. I'm a self-love advocate and mentor, helping Black women to know their value, embrace their worth, and celebrate themselves. So let's get started. This podcast episode is part of my Self-Love 101 series, where I'm going to be teaching you all about how to start self-love. So let's start with, what exactly is self-love? I know when I started my self-love journey over 10 years ago, this was the number one issue and struggle for me. I couldn't even tell you what self-love was, what self-love meant. It was so foreign to me. It was so natural for me to give, and give love to other people. But the ideal of giving love to myself, it sounded so selfish. However, I had to learn that self-love is not selfish. Loving yourself and putting yourself first is not the same as being egotistical. That self-love is essential for being your best self and to living your happiest life. Self-love is more than getting a pedicure, a manicure, or taking bubble baths, or all those things you see trending on TikTok. In essence, self-love is how we internally value ourselves. So it's our inner worth and value. It's our own appreciation for our own worth and value. And self-love is so essential for everyone, every woman, and it's especially vital for us as Black women, because oftentimes we are subjected to stereotypes, harsher criticism, subjected to European beauty standards, colorism, racism. So it's very important for us to love ourselves, know our own worth and value. I'm going to give you 4 simple ways that you can start self-love now. You can start your self-love journey today. Number 1, start with self-discovery and getting to know yourself better. One way you can do this is by daily journaling. This is such a good way to self-reflect and self-healing. You can write down your thoughts, your feelings, your wants, your fears. Self-awareness is key to self-love. So you want to start maybe 5 minutes in the morning, or maybe 5 minutes before you go to bed, or maybe throughout the day, just simply writing down your thoughts, just like a diary, to kind of get to know yourself better. It's going to be hard to love yourself if you don't know self. Number 2, start by doing more of what you love. This was a big thing for me when I started my self-love journey. I was afraid to travel alone. So solo travel was one of the things I always wanted to do, but I let my fears and my doubts stop me. So finally, I decided that I was going to push through my fears, and I planned a little trip to Atlanta for the weekend, a solo trip, making sure that I was safe and everything. And it was one of the best things that I have ever done. So now I have no problem with, traveling or solo traveling by myself. So maybe it's not something as big as solo traveling. Maybe you just want to do more of reading a book or a hobby. Just make a plan on doing that. Maybe you want to start that business that you've been afraid to do, that online business, or go back to school. Whatever it is, let go of your fears, let go of your doubts, and just do it. So start there. Number 3, start with practicing good self-care daily. You want to focus on your physical health. So making sure that you're eating right, eating more fruits and vegetables, nourishing your body, exercising, getting enough sleep, just taking care of your basic needs and hygiene. You will be so surprised that when we don't love ourselves and we're just so busy giving, and doing, and this hustle and grind mentality, that we can forget to do and take care of our own just basic needs. So start there. Just start practicing that good self-care daily. Number 4, start with setting good boundaries. You want to make sure that you're protecting your space, your energy, and your vibe. So start letting go of those toxic friendships, those toxic relationships, whether they're romantic or not, without feeling guilty. Because oftentimes as Black women, we are pressured to be everything to everyone else. But it's okay to prioritize our own needs and wants first. And we can do that by setting our boundaries. Let's take a moment to pause and reflect on what we just learned by taking some short breathing exercises for the next 5 seconds. So breathe in, breathe out, in, out, in, out, breathe in, out, and breathe in and out. So let's recap on the 4 simple ways you can start self-love today. 1, you can start by self-discovery with daily journaling. 2, you can start by doing more of what you love. Let go of your fears and your self-doubt and make a plan to take action. 3, you can start by practicing good daily self-care. And 4, you can start by creating and setting good boundaries. Now, you don't have to do all of these at once. You may decide to start with journaling, or maybe it's easier for you to start with self-care. But just start and take action. The most important thing is you want to make sure that you start. Self-love is not going to be easy. I've learned that self-love is a continuous journey. So you want to be dedicated and committed to the journey and not so much of a specific destination. I know most of us just want to get to a point where we love ourselves. We have no fear and no self-doubt, but it's always going to be times where you maybe don't love yourself as much as you should, or you didn't make the best choices for your life. So you have to be gentle with yourself. So just be committed to the journey. Just live and grow and learn. But like I said, the most important thing is you want to start and you want to consistently be growing. So I hope these ways help you get started with self-love today and enjoy the journey. Thank you for listening to the Start Self-Love podcast. Be sure to follow and subscribe so you don't miss the next self-love episode. Let me know down in the comment what self-love topic you would like to learn about.